Hello, so my word is behavior momentum. Behavioral momentum basically means when you're asking somebody to do something, they might not comply. So in order for them to do that, what you're asking, you would have them do a series of like high probability tasks to increase that type of compliance with them. So maybe instead of saying like, oh, let's like say for example for a kiddo, when you're asking them like, oh, we need to pick up the toy, that might be too hard for them. So instead you might do, oh, like high five, like, oh, touch your nose, like easier simple tasks before placing that more of like a demanding task on them. So when you're doing this with a kiddo, it kind of builds like that compliance skill of, oh, if I do a high five, if I touch my nose, oh, and I just have to pick up the toy. Like it's kind of just a little bit more of an easier, not so much easier way, but like a fun kind of way of learning. For the kiddo, another example could be like when you're trying for like a coax for a child. If you want them to say like a word and like they're refusing to say the word, you might like do like tickles, and then you might like get them to laugh, and then you might do like, oh, high five, and then they'll give you a high five, and then you right away you will implement that SD of like, oh, say whatever word it is, and usually they follow through with that because of the engagement that you're asking of them. An example that you could use this as a behavior analysis would be when you are probably building your like interventions for your kiddos. Maybe if they have like a lot of like refusal for tasks, like they don't want to say the word, they don't want to pick up their toys, they just don't want to do anything, you might implement that as like a type of intervention for them. Another example could probably be not only implementing that like in their plan, but maybe also as like strategy, like maybe even when you're just learning with a child or a kiddo, that you want them to kind of have that like high sequence probability of that if we do this, then we'll eventually get to that. So touch your nose, do a spin, and then like raise your arms, like type of thing, like just something fun for the kid. So it's usually like so you're placing like a demand you're placing a demand, well, not technically a demand, but you're asking them to do something a little bit easier before you get them to do the harder option. So that's what that is.